Oh, come
Be
on,
close.
man. You're close.
True, hard, hardcore. Hardcore
Nothing,
internally
nothing,
coherent.
nothing, nothing.
Hardcore. All right. Yeah.
He furrows his brow.
Hardcore. Ah.
So hardcore.
Is it though?
I was just thinking that a moment ago.
One mind, one spirit. There's no other world. There's no other life.
What do you want to
Be
say to
close.
me, man?
True, hard, foot, hardcore. Hardcore is internally coherent.
Internally coherent. Yes.
Hardcore. All right. Yeah.
What exactly are you doing?
Gotta get the people going.
Why?
I'm the party boy. It's my job.
I think I'm also a party boy.
Two on a track. Watch your back. Watch out for the heart attack.
Indeed.
We're close.
We've had that already.
True. Hardcore. Hardcore is internally coherent. All core.
What are you doing?
Gotta get the people going.
I see.
Yeah. Request. I want everybody as close to the stage as possible.
Racketeer disappears surging through the
We're
megasphere.
close.
Oh
True.
my goodness me.
Hardcore is internally coherent. All core. All right.
What are you
Gotta get
doing?
the people.
Why?
I'm the party boy.
What
It's
is a
my
party
hardcore
boy?
Party 25/7 beyond the winter's orbit style.
There is a place far away in Katla, beyond a certain latitude, known as Winter's Orbit, where there are 25 hours in a day. It is a tremendously cold place, abandoned to drunks and failed rock stars, full of eternite, depression, and half-finished ski-flying hills. The Suru live there.
The Zuru.
We're close. True. Hard.
You know so
hardcore,
much.
hardcore, internally
Share it
coherent.
with me.
All right.
He furrows his...
Hardcore. Ah.
So seriously, I'm a little worried it
The
isn't.
question is, what is the question?
That would have been good if I had asked you a question, but I didn't. Now it's just idiotic.
But there was a question? We're close. True. Yeah.
This young man, or maybe it's not got
So,
volume.
okay, is that the famous
Maybe
one Ike
it's
I'm hearing?
You know about him?
He moves his mouth, but sound doesn't come out. His eyes are the size of saucers. Looks like you've rendered him speechless.
You know Van Eyck?
Yeah, I'm a major Ike head.
Wow.
The skinny wraith looks at you with some disbelief.
So am I. So am I.
He begins to shake his head so everyone would understand.
Oh, is that why they call you Egghead? Because...
Egghead to the mega. The K became the G. The boy became the man. The Advent?
Aha, yeah,
True,
we're
hard, full, hardcore.
totally
Hardcore,
close.
internally coherent. Good morning, yeah.
Do you know-
1, 2, 3. Yakokata.
I'm
the
beginning to
place
think
be.
this really doesn't have anything to do with the
It's the
case.
message, so listen and you will see. No illusion. The spirit is what you feel.
Oh yeah,
Be
Ike
close.
head.
True. Hardcore. Hardcore is internally coherent. All core.
Oh,
all right.
what
Yeah.
He
is it
furrows his
going?
brow.
Hardcore.
I'm a
The
little
question
worried.
is, what is the question?
Just answer the
But
question.
there was no question. We're close. True. Hardcore. Yeah.
This young man, or maybe it's not got volume.
The famous
You know
one,
about
Ike.
you know Van Eyck?
Your friend Estella mentioned
Good,
him.
good.
The Advent? We're close. True.
Okay, I'm not understanding this.
He
But we
furrows
have
his
to
brow.
keep him talking.
Hardcore.
I'm a little worried it
The
isn't.
question is, what is the question?
But I
there was a
didn't.
question.
Okay.
We're close. True. Hardcore.
Nothing,
Hardcore is
nothing,
internally
even-
all
Even
core.
more
All
of
right.
He
nothing.
furrows his...
Hardcore. Ah.
So
Is it
hardcore.
though?
It is.
But is it? I mean, really?
The question is, what is the question?
No, but seriously, I'm a bit worried it isn't.
He frowns and starts bobbing his head back and forth once more. The question is, what is the question?
Don't be alarmed. Everything is okay. He isn't actually worried. Everything is still super hardcore. What he probably means is, it could be even more so.
It could be even more so. You said you were worried. What do you think is wrong with the music?
There's nothing wrong with it. I'm still in love with the hardcore.
He turns pensive all of a sudden.
Sometimes I just feel like anodic music is in its infancy, you know? For example, take this Arno van Eyck jam I've been pumping for the last months, and will continue pumping for the rest of 51. Isn't something holding it back from being hyper?
He thinks for a moment, then his expression clears.
It's like it's only ultra.
I think it's super hardcore, but you're right. It's not hyper hardcore.
If anything, it sounds a bit proto, like it's not fully formed yet. You might be a moribund alcoholic and a failed cop, but you are pretty certain a thing cannot be both proto and hardcore.
I have it. It's proto, not hardcore at all.
Wow! Culture cop! I think you might be right. But how could it become hardcore then? I know it in my heart, but cannot think it in my head. If this is not hardcore, how could anything be?
Sounds suspiciously like a question. I thought the question was, what is the question?
No! This is the answer!
Try to think if anything could make it hardcore.
What? Guys, there's something happening in his head.
Think even harder.
Oh yeah! He's doing it!
But you're not. This is almost certainly a matter that surpasses the limits of reason.
My imagination fails
I
me.
know! So does mine!
Wait, I just remembered something. I'm the police.
Uh-huh.
The young man is bursting with anticipation. Nothing. Me being the police isn't going to help us. I'm the police. It's more likely to hinder us. I'm the police. Oh no. I can't help you with this right now. I need something else, something extra.
Yeah!
Maybe our body can tell us. I mean, are you a thought reader?
No nation, but transnation. No war, but class war.
So you're a communist then?
He's not a communist. It's just something he likes to yell. He picked it up from a tape jockey at the Elysium. She was a communist, though.
Interesting.
Yeah! With the rebel yell!
But why aren't you a communist? Communism is the truth.
I can be a communist. If you want that, do you want me to be a communist?
Please don't turn him into a communist.
Oh yeah, turn him into a communist. Come on, it would be super.
It would be super. Of course, be a communist. Be a communist, egghead. The future needs your help.
Aye!
You guess he's a communist now. Does that mean you're a thought
Don't
reader?
be a lunatic. Of course he isn't. Jermaine here just yells random things. Odds are, sooner or later one of them will come off as thought reading.
Yeah! Revolution imperative!
Unless you were thinking Revolution imperative right now. Anyway, I've had a similar thing happen with eggs yelling. I know what you mean.
You're right. I wasn't thinking that at the moment.
Hardcore superstar!
Tell me something else.
Communism rules the nation!
He looks at you with an almost impossibly wide shining grin, looking to see if you approve. Almost here. Could just use just a bit more work.
The worker must move your ass!
Still not it.
I'm sorry.
The young man drops his oversized head in shame. He is truly sorry he couldn't come up with a proletarian yell that would satisfy the great leader.
Is your real name Jermaine?
Hardcore! Jermaine Egghead!
Basically, yes it is.
Why are there lungs on your belt buckle?
Lungs are for love!
Why?
When Dolores Day was anointed innocence, her lungs started glowing through her
What?
body. For the world loved her, and she loved it back. Yeah!
Yeah.
Why wouldn't they be? Are the lungs not the place where you hold the breath of your soul?
Oh yeah, that makes perfect sense.
Love! In a woman's lungs. Lonely as I am, I'm not afraid. This strange, damaged feeling grows on and on. 'cause I've never loved someone like you before.
Maybe our body can tell us more.
No, that would be silly. Your body isn't for thinking. It's for robust, wholesome things. Things like discus, javelin, and 400-meter hurdles. Discus.
Alright, goodbye, egghead. Goodbye, egghead.
All right, here comes the night.
Why does art inspire you so much?
It does, yes, but what is art?
Excellent question. Art is a diverse range of visual, literary, auditory, and performative creativity. It's an expression of imagination and technical skill. Additionally, it's history, criticism, and pure enjoyment.
We're gonna sink deep into art.
In short, art is the highest form of human communication, representation, narrative, emotion, and agency intertwined.
Would I fit into the art world I'm in?
Have you looked in the mirror lately? You have the exact features of a savage art critic, with that beard and those clothes, disheveled and prophetic. Perhaps you should try to critique architecture too.
The architecture is also art, so is it architecture?
Of course not. It's autism, box drawing, masturbation with a ruler and a sextant or whatever they use. You should demean and criticize the genteel institution of architecture while extolling the virtues of the pure arts.
And it's music art.
Only the most experimental kind.
I guess I've been feeling critical lately.
Yes, you seek substance. No vapid representations and reproductions of social mores as made manifest in stuffy biennials. We're talking real living art here. Become the art cop. Half art critic, half cop.
Wait, but I don't I have to be the 100% cop to get the case finished and all that?
Quit being so indecisive. What are you going for here? Some kind of indecisive and camp aesthetic now? Strike a bold shape here. Go art or go home.
Okay, if 50% art critic is what's needed to free me from rote repetition, so be it.
Exactly. It's not only your duty to only catch the criminals off the street. You must also apprehend criminals of the printing press and the gallery, the trite and derivative artists and writers of the world.
The actual art degree. Well, we'll go for that as soon as we can. In our thought cabinet, but we must find out about the call of Mama Dakwa first.
Go ahead and provide savage criticisms, art cop. The world is yours to rip to pieces and reassemble.
Now let's talk
So
to the
you had
true
a talk
king.
with Andre, and now you want to discuss things with Noid. Good.
Skin shows through the holes in the Speed Freak's too large sweater. In front of him an open toolbox full of carpentry tools and pots.
It's good you talked to Andre first. Gave me time to get a reading on your sign. Can't really talk to people before you get a reading.
He runs his hand through his hair, which is combed back in mock seriousness, and continues to fiddle with some gears. Sign.
Yeah, gotta compare. See if we can align.
Interesting.
I suck at socialising, man. Even now, our sign synchronisation is way off. But I'll see what I can do.
He continues to rearrange his tools, so he's the tool man. Why are you called Noid?
The hardcore aesthetic is esoteric. It's not meant to be discussed with the law at this moment.
He picks up some sort of a widget.
It's not easy to reach a harmonic resonance of signs without some adjustment.
Does this mean we need sign matching?
Yes, further sign matching would do good for us. One way to achieve this would be by getting us into the church.
I saw a sticker on the padlock. Can you tell me anything about it?
A sticker? You mean the yellow one? Can you describe it to me?
Interesting. He wants you to describe it, though he already knows what it looks like.
Okay, it's a yellow circle, the human face, with X's for eyes and a smile underneath. I think the X's mean the guy's dead.
Good, good. What did you want to know?
What makes this sticker so modern?
Simplicity was brought to us by classical soul artist modernism, but that was a tasteful, harmonious simplicity, right? Well, hardcore is not tasteful or outwardly harmonious. It's a warning shot. This will be dangerous. The echo of man's loss haunting him. The sticker, the clothes, the music.
Deadly
same
art.
thing.
Deadly art. Seems awesome.
It is.
Is that right? Is it a dead guy smiling?
Yes, you're the 23rd person to get it right. And I've asked 23 people. Looks like it's a dead guy smiling to the entire human race.
Why do you think that's so?
We're all the same. Same eyes, same smiles, same death.
What does it
He
mean?
defeated history. We are living in the age of history, and in the eyes of history, we are always already dead. How can we ever smile then? Because history is a lie, and so are its deaths. The present moment and life are the hardcore. The hardcore expels death. Or maybe he's not dead. Maybe he's just really ecstatic about the beats.
I'm thinking maybe the smiling dead guy is a symbol for communism. It's also dead but doesn't care.
Yeah, that interpretation holds.
And was that all about this sticker?
Well, I guess one could write an entire treatise on the thing. But what for?
What about now? Are the signs all right now?
Nah. Still strongly out of sync. Stage gamma disalignment.
What?
You heard me.
And what about the machines you saw in the church?
Weird stuff. Specialised. There was a data processor and some sort of long-wave machinery. Wires going into water. Gives off a spy sign. Or some fucked up Samaran science sign. You know, the kind that goes head first into the supernatural.
And Supra.
The People's Republic of Samara is a product of Revachel's sister revolution on the Grad Isola. It's known as a severely degenerated rogue state.
Don't be too hard on Samara. They're all alone in the world. Half of what we know of them is just propaganda. It's a product of Revachel's sister revolution on the Isola of Grad. What? The supernatural. Yeah. Don't be too hard on this.
I know, man. I was just talking about the aesthetic.
And what's wrong with the supernatural?
Nothing's
aesthetic?
wrong with it. You should definitely be researched. You can still do sick shit with it, though.
The sickest. That's perhaps why it should be researched.
Supernatural, so you think it's real, that it actually exists?
Most of it doesn't exist. But there's also stuff that isn't allowed to exist. Because the moralists think it's too dangerous for the plebs. Psionic powers, pale-related diseases, pretenders pretending to be human, folk rights, that kind of stuff.
The deep knowledge, Noid, will come back later.
Hi again. So, how things going?
Nice.
As always, we'll be right here.
Yeah. Let's get out of here and talk to Adele again, right? Adele, and the crab. The strange and dangerous super crab. Maybe it can get us to the... Are you still there, Adele? Hey.
The shaggy-haired girl kneels on the sea ice. She looks up as you approach.
So you talked to my associates, right? Are you going to help us? With the church, I mean.
I'll help you.
Great. Let us know if there's any progress, will ya? We've been waiting for weeks here.
Others told me you went inside the church. What did you see in there?
Oh, that. You're not going to believe me. There's no point in me telling you.
She's less prone to blurting out "crab man" than the others.
We'll see. Go ahead and tell me.
Okay. I went in and I saw a woman next to one of those machines there. Noid calls it a mainframe. She was dressed like someone who's been raised by their grandmother, you know, strange old clothes. Had this absent expression, didn't say anything, just stood still.
Go on.
And then, you know, right behind her, a man crawled down the wall. Upside down
What?
like a crab, down the church wall. I think the woman didn't even know he was there. He was completely silent.
The crab man.
He stopped right before he got to the floor, then just hung there like that, looking at me. Right at me. I fucking turned around and walked out. End of story.
Like a crab, you say?
The lieutenant nods, his face is stone. What did this crab man look like?
It was too dark. I couldn't tell exactly.
Weird things are going on here.
Come on. She obviously could. She already went into detail.
You were wrong, I do believe you. Quit stalling on me. What did he look like?
He looked like a banger, okay? He was all muscular and stuff. Had a mesh tank top. I know it sounds ridiculous, but that only made it scarier in a way.
A crab and a banger?
The lieutenant raises an eyebrow.
Yes, a banger. As in a mess gang member. I know what it sounds like, but that's what I saw.
The Call the Mama Dakwa we have now. Certain that you did. Breakthrough imminent. Ooh. We'll see about that very soon. I wanted to get to the art. Oh, well, a gangster crab man. Yeah, I don't know. You were wrong. I do believe you.
Why?
What would you stand to gain?
Nothing. Anyway, what else?
What about your associates?
My associates? I haven't got much to say about them.
Just please, what do you mean? You must know something about them.
Of course I do. I just don't tell people about my friends and who they are and so on. I don't provide information on them.
To the cops.
What about you? Tell me something about yourself.
Me? I'm a silver bird.
A silver bird. Feels strangely familiar. Was it an expression? And if yes, then for what? Then your mind slips and the thought is gone.
Okay, maybe I'll ask later about all this.
Don't know what makes you think it'll be any different later, but...
Yeah, that's it for now. You never know.
Call the Mama Dakwa. It's not only your eardrums that register sound anymore. Your very skin has become an organ of hearing. Looking for a whisper light and low. A god who's very, very silent. Nothing escapes you. A cockroach in the other room. A candy wrapper falling on dry grass. A drunk falling from a chair in a bar 20 meters away. In fact, you haven't heard the Call du Mama Dakwa, but you have discovered that you have amazing hearing. It must be the only part of you the alcohol hasn't drowned out. Keep listening.
Amazing. Have more perception. Less encyclopedia. We don't want to forget this. Let's unlock a little bit more. Hey, we want to be Arno. Just get me out of this for now. A to Z. White morning. What is it that we can... there was something... Antagonist. What can we get from the actual art degree? That's what we wanted to get. Another copo type, the worst one, the most savage and brutal, the art cop. Nothing is good enough for him. Everything is shit. You have to employ an armada of adjectives to depict and demean the mediocrity of the works and visual institutions around you. Really flex that critical muscle until the vocabulary for punishing mediocrity becomes second nature. Here we go. The actual art degree. We must go to the church, I think. We have forgotten the map again. This is too much. There's also something else here. Yeah, the point. The point wasn't actually the point. Before you a drawbridge. It can only be lowered from the other side. A school of fish huddle through the fence post and scatter into the dark. Can you hear them howling? There must be the church down there. I've really forgotten exactly where it was. It's here. We can travel here. And the fisherman checks. We want to go on our own. There's something here. What have we found? A slit in the concrete here. A sewer. Hey. There's a strange tension here. It allows us to explore more, but what is really in here? We're at the church, but is the church it has been here. Can we enter this?
Heavy wooden doors, more than twice your height, stand shut in front of you. The rectangular sea-worn ornamentation appears in stark contrast to the padlock, carelessly drilled into the wood.
We will get into this, Kim. We will get into it very soon. Let's prepare mentally and then enter here. I don't know, I feel like this is some strange cross and a happy gaming. See you soon, watchers, thinkers. This strange place in the smallest church in Sanson.